Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about some major hypocrisy yet again coming out of New CG with 9 Lives Comics and by extension Shane Davis and Yanzi Lin as they want to continue to go after Eric July's return policy while having their own hypocrisy exposed as a result of this, because you should know very well that people will dig into your side and see if you're not projecting, of course, and doing the same things that you're claiming that other people are doing, being a hypocrite. So we're going to get into all of that because it's absolutely hilarious how this all shakes up and how it ends up working, because Yanzi now has to throw her hands up in the air and play victim as, you know, people expose her hypocrisy, and Shane gets his hypocrisy exposed as well. So let's get into this really quick with the pre-order collection from Saints and Sinners #1, sitting at 6,094 total books sold and 213,480 in total sales with 53 days left to go. I am currently waiting for the hardcover of this to pop up because I want to have that on my shelf rather than getting a soft cover or multiple books. So let's get into Yaira #3 with 14 days to go at 6,380 total books sold at 187,509 in total sales. The Horseman #1, of course, ends in 4 days, and the rumor is that possibly ISOM #3 is going to fulfill this week, so we'll just have to wait and see. 11,639 total books sold and 343,000 in total sales for The Horseman #1, written by Chuck Dixon and penciled by Joe Bennett. Just a reminder that the Mighty Golden Patriot is also available for sale. It ends on July 26th at 86,959 total sales, not including shipping, taxes, and other fees, at 3,223 total books sold. And we also have to remember that there are other books that I support that are not Rippaverse related, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Just in case anybody missed it, Rippazine #4 is going to introduce a character by the name of Winslow Valiant, and it's going to be dropping on May 27th at 8 a.m. Central Time for pre-order. So get in on that if you like those Rippazines. Those typically go for about $7 or $8 because they're not a full comic. They're a magazine with a short story among other cool things going on in the book. We also have Heroic Tales #2 by John Bua of John's Longbox. Please go subscribe to his channel. The man is an absolute encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to comic books and a true comic book fan. And the reason I was drawn to this guy is because he absolutely just talks about his universe with such passion, similar to like a Mugen Lord does. These guys are the absolute most awesome people I've ever interacted with when it comes to indie comics. And then you have the Phenomenova issue #3, Chain Reaction by Vaughn Coleman. This is a sign-up list, so I'll leave links to everything in the description. If you want to get Phenomenovas issue 1 and 2, you can also get those on rebelracestudios.com. I'll leave everything below in the description. I cannot believe I have to agree with Vickyverse on this type of thing. It's absolutely insane that, again, as I said before, as you continue to tack on and poke at the bear of certain people, eventually you will get the people that will expose your hypocrisy, as it typically happens. So Vicky says, Shane Davis' wife, Yanzi Lin, has been trying and failing to take Eric July to task for what she believes is a deficiency for Eric July's refund policies on his website. This is how Yanzi presents her refund/return policy on the 9 Lives Comics website. So you can see down here that all shipping fees, by the way, for any kind of item in stock will go by $10 as a flat rate. Meanwhile, if you get an active campaign item, you're charged by weight. So you're possibly charged more money for shipping if you're buying something during a pre-order rather than something that's in stock. It says you can only cancel a store order if a shipping label hasn't been, generated. If your item is a pre-order, you can request a refund up until the campaign enters pre-order mode. So not exactly telling you what pre-order mode is. Once a campaign is in taking pre-orders mode, we do not issue refunds. So if items are pre-order, but then there's pre-order mode, what's the difference between the two? Not really explained here. You will be refunded the full payment amount less transaction fees as charged to us by PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard. So not only are you not getting those fees back, you're only getting back the payment you spent on the book, which is absolutely hilarious. So where's the transparency with your website, Yanzi? What are we talking about here? Instead, you have to go to the FAQ page where under the heading, Can I Cancel My Order? You get 66 words from Yanzi Lin explaining that you can get a refund up until the campaign enters pre-order mode without explaining what pre-order mode is, and nothing about damaged product, which is hilarious to me how that works. However, it continues on. This other post by Vicky also deserves a repost. Yanzi Lin is throwing stones from a glass house with only one glass wall. She has a vague return policy with a history of not honoring refunds for her backers. So this is from a year ago, where Jim Alaska says, "To anyone here, don't bother asking for a refund, especially more than once. Otherwise, Yanzi will file a complaint with IGG to get your account canceled, and then Shane will gaslight his fans that you are the problem. Never again." She responds, "When you sign up for an IGG account, you're required to abide by their TOS, which includes not spamming the comment section. If IGG decides to enforce their own rules, that's between you and IGG, not us." He responds, "The email IGG sent me said that the campaign owner, which is you, Yanzi, filed the complaint weeks after I stopped asking for a refund. You are the one using SJW tactics. If you wanted me to be silenced, you should have refunded me, and that way I wouldn't be able to post on your page as a backer, and we would go our separate ways. But no, you have to try to cancel me." She responds, "Yes, when you abuse their website, they will enforce the rules they set out, and no, you continue to spam for refunds, which was how you broke their no spamming rule. We do not issue refunds once the campaign goes in demand. That has always been clear on our part." Even though IGG specifically tells you to contact the campaign owner if you're looking for a refund when the campaign goes into in demand. That's hilarious to me how that works. But then to top it all off, you say, "To the concerned trolls, we have no return policy on our site because we do not accept returns. Legal in North Carolina." I find it hilarious that you would flat out tell your customer base that because something is legal, you're going to not hold up refunds or returns just because it's legal. So if somebody bought your product and decided they wanted to return it, they can't return it because it's legal in North Carolina. That said, we've always replaced damaged items when contacted by customers. Just send a photo showing carrier damage and your backer info and you'll get a replacement. So you'll only take damaged items, but if the item's in perfect condition and they decide to return it, you won't take it back. Interesting how that works, even though Eric literally will take back a product that's in perfect condition, and you claim, oh, he won't refund the shipping fees, but you won't even take the product back at all. So what are we talking about here? And then on top of all that, you guys want to cry SJW, misogyny, and racism, even though Shane has literally done the exact same thing. So which one is it? Either it's all okay or none of it's okay. Master of Gayoff says, in the defense of Yanzi Lin, hashtag Comicsgate are now spreading cultural awareness by rationalizing that many cultures, quote-unquote, eat dogs. And you have Mandy Summers, who also has a late book called Gem Shock. When, quote-unquote, gatekeep the F out of your company backfires into racism and misogyny for simply questioning the company's return policy. Maybe not asking your customers to respond like this would be better for business. This has to be the stupidest thing I've ever read from this individual. You are literally saying that the owner of a business should control the speech of customers. That's not how that works. It's never been how it's worked. It's never going to work that way. This is the same type of behavior that they went after Andrew for when he was calling people muggles, and then people try to tag Eric saying, "Oh, are you going to do anything about this?" And he flat out said, "I'm not going to fire my employee because you have a personal beef with him." That's not how that works. He's not going to silence Andrew. That's, again, not how that works. MSK runs his yap about that. He's a hypocrite. Lots of cultures ate dogs. Native Americans did so. The Vietnamese eat rats. They delete in their rice fields, but they're not like sewer rats here. There, it's like us eating squirrels here. Bro, you're trying to justify this nonsense. That's what you're doing. But it's amazing how the hypocrisy always comes back to smack you in the face. So let's listen to what Shane said to Rini on a live stream. Let's take a listen to this.
I don't think you are because you're a lonely cat lady.
Oh my god. I don't even have a cat. I'm just a lonely lady, Shane. Are you happy?
Because you've eaten them. Because they're on the menu, you don't have a cat.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Am I the object of your anger now? You're just gonna take it all out on me?
That's very interesting that Shane would do the exact same thing or say the exact same thing that MSK said towards Yanzi. But it's okay when you guys do it. It's not okay when other people do it, but it's okay when you do it. So you flat out said to Irene, or Rini Strakolsky, that she should eat her cat, or she's ate her cats, that they're on the menu. Is that what we're doing now? We're doing this bullcrap. We're calling out stuff on one side, but then you're being a hypocrite on your side. Interesting how that works. But as usual, it comes back to you being hypocrites, not holding the same standard as somebody else, and making yourselves look like constant fools. And this is why you guys continue to lose customers, because you continue to act like fools, you continue to be hypocrites, and this is why people stop supporting you, and why people continue to support the Rippaverse and other indie comic creators like myself do. This is what we do. And this is why, again, another reason why I will no longer be buying 9 Lives comic books. We had this nonsense going on with Yanzi, and then you had Shane accusing me of trying to put him into a lawsuit with Sega, and I'm going to continue to say that. This is why I don't respect these motherfuckers at all, because they're always hypocrites. And then their hypocrisy always continues to show at the end of the day. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, smash the like button. Comment below how you feel about this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel. Consider becoming a member for just $1 a month. There's a join button down below this video. It gets you access to emojis during live streams as well as members only content. But if you can't spare the buck, that's okay too. I do appreciate you watching the videos, jumping in on live streams, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.